a great place if you want to get your van out of the heat. This is called the River, and you can see there's plenty of roof height. I don't think anyone's gonna, as long as you're in a Class B, I wouldn't try to maybe bring obviously not a Class A, and you could probably get a Class C in here as well, but yes. So now she's gonna just kind of cool off here. We're gonna make some lunch, and maybe we'll check out this mall as well. All right, let's go break fast. Well, we have been parked under the solar panels now for over 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours, which has been a godsend because it's 97 degrees out and it's rising to 99. The Aventa air conditioner in the back performed really well, but in that time that we've been here, it's brought down the battery down to 30%. So I've had the engine running for the last, about maybe an hour or so, 45 minutes, helping to cool off and also recharge the batteries. And what I found is that they are good at keeping the batteries at a constant level, even as the Aventa is running in the back. So it acts as a little generator and it keeps it running. But now what I'd like to do is I need to get the batteries up to full because we're heading back to the house, and for overnight I need the batteries at full because it's going to be really hot tonight through the night, and so I need the air conditioner to be running. So we're going to drive around a little bit, we're going to see Palm Springs, scope it out a little bit, and then hopefully recharge the batteries back up. So let's do that. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Change the glasses to driving. I have made some hot tea while I was here. Why hot? Because I wanted iced tea. So I made that maple espresso tea, and it's chilling in the refrigerator right now. So maybe when we get back, we can have a nice iced tea, put in some of our vanilla creamer, and relax and have some nice iced tea. All right, we're gonna back out of this thing because the solar panel roofs kind of tilt forward this way, and I just don't want to take a chance at the top. I think I've got plenty of clearance, but I've ripped off the camera on my RV before by not paying attention to that. So it's easy enough just to back out of here. And that's what we're going to do. No one behind us, no one beside us. It's all good, good, good. All right, here we go. Ooh, the driver knob is ice cold like a snowball because the air conditioner has been on. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Just a side note, I just drove by, there was a little sticker on the solar panels that said maximum height is 9 feet 6 inches. So we are 9 feet 4 inches, and some rigs are 9 feet 6 inches and a little bit higher. So just keep that in mind if you ever come here. You need to know the height of your rig, and this particular place, 9 feet 6 inches. Okay, it's 103 degrees outside. We're driving around, and I've got both the cab and the coach air conditioner running. I'm not doing too bad. I'm getting 18 miles per gallon right now, just driving around here in Palm Desert. Man, there's just no shade, man. Maybe some on the other side of the street. That's the side that, oh, there is a little bit of shade. I'm going to do a U. Oh, I'm going to go up here and then I'll do a UE. So this is a nice downtown area, Palm Desert. And I saw a parking space here on the street. I'm just going to turn around and see if I can grab it. There's some nice shopping here, cafes, restaurants, and this is one of the things I like about having a Class B is we can just do this. So let's see, right in front of this Cadillac, right here. Okay, so in our quest for finding shade in the middle of the desert, we are in Palm Desert, and we're in downtown area. So we're right down probably 2 blocks or so from the Apple store, if that means anything to you. And it is the middle of the week. It's Monday, so it's not a weekend. I would imagine this place gets crowded on the weekends, but for now, this is not a bad place to be because we can use this as our home base, and might come here tomorrow. But we could come here, be in the shade. I like this better than the river. The river was nice too, but this has so much more here. Shopping and restaurants and cafes and all those good things are all down here. But depending on the way the sun moves, it may require us to move the van in order to stay in the shade. Whereas when we were under the solar panels, it's always going to be in the shade. All right, let's go out and check out the area. All right, so you can see here, this is where we're parked in the shade, and that's looking down the street. And this is across the street. It's kind of cute, right? It's not a bad spot to be. Okay, here we are. Just parked right on the street in downtown Palm Desert. It's very warm out. It's 103 degrees. But it's not, it's not too bad here in the shade. I'll show you the van. This is why we get our Class Bs, right? So we can do this. Just pull up wherever and get out, make it our home base. All right. Well, we won't stray too far. I'm looking for actually a trash can where I can dump some stuff. It is a bright and beautiful day, but very warm. But I've never been down here to Palm Desert. But kind of like it. Lots of little shops. The van's just right back behind me. Would someone please explain to me how these beautiful flowers are surviving in 103 degree heat? What are these things? Are they like genetically modified? I can't even stand it. I'm walking back to the van. It's beautiful. There she is. Man, I like my Panoramic when it is all clean and shiny. Doesn't it look great? Hi, how are you? Oh, look at that. Somehow see, that's how they do it. Sprinklers just come on all the time. Whew. It's nice and cool in here. Well, that is downtown Palm Desert. It's very nice. I think I'd like to come back here in the evening when it's cooler. This main drag behind you is called El Paseo. So if you ever come, that's where I'm parked. I'm parked on El Paseo in some shade. So this is a good option for you. All right, let's continue. Got to get that battery recharged. I had the air conditioner on in the back, so it wasn't really recharging as we were driving around. So now I've shut it off, and let's drive around for at least the next 25-30 minutes and see if we can get the charge level up before we head back. I made my maple espresso tea and iced it. Just sitting here out in front of the RV on the lawn under a nice tree. It's gorgeous out, there's a nice breeze, and I'm going to enjoy our tea. That is so refreshing after that hot day today. Man, it was nice. We did get a chance to get out and explore a little bit. And my goal is always to help you guys, and well, for myself, to educate myself on finding where we can take the RV. Where can we park for the day? Where is it safe? Where is it shaded? Here. And where can we stay overnight? Look at this. Can I show you something? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this grapefruit tree behind me. Do you see it? Look at these enormous grapefruits up in here. Oh my Lord, they're just hanging out on the ground. These aren't ready to come down yet. Ouch. Not quite ready. Man, these are gorgeous. Wow. Like a little bit of Eden here. All right, I'm going to finish sitting out under the tree in front of the van, having my iced maple and espresso tea. And then in about an hour, we're heading to go to the spa center to enjoy the spa here in the desert and get a massage and use the sauna and all that. So we're at Sesh. Is it pronounced Sesh, like French? Sehi. Sehi. Oh, Sehi. Look at this. And then when you're ready, you go into the back. Sorry, I'm nice. I'm just here with Paul. Sending it to Gilio. Thank you. Gilio's gonna be so. Gilio, I'm sorry. We have to come here. Oh, look, they have a gym. A 2,000 square foot gym. We're gonna go into the men's lounge. Get ready for our massages. This is the locker room, the men's locker room. These are the showers. There's Paul. This is the men's waiting room. Ready for you?
Look at this. Oh my gosh. Cabanas. Oh my God, it's all to ourselves. No one's here. Okay. I have never experienced something like this before. There's this cosmos music that's just surrounding me, and the chair is synced up to it, and it sends these deep vibrations through different parts of your body as if you're floating through this vibrational space. Some are really deep and some come from different sides, and you feel it synced with the sounds. You feel it wash over your body, go past you, go over you, go through you. It's amazing. Amazing. Okay, they thought of it all. They even have a swimsuit dryer spinner. Yes. Push to bottom and then what the heck? And it automatically stops. Ta-da! All right, it's about 9:30 at night. I just got back to the van and I have every window open and door, just getting all the heat out. It's actually a nice breeze tonight. It's cooling off. I'm letting all the heat out of all the cabinets that have accumulated. It's actually quite a bit of heat. I actually even have the front doors open. So I think that was part of my problem last night, is there was just all this accumulated heat inside the van that, you know, it was hard for the air conditioner to cool it down. So I'm trying this tonight. I think if I can get all that heat out of there. Look, I even have the floor opened there. Just let all that heat out. You can actually feel it if you stand around here. You can feel the heat blowing out of the van, especially at the back of the van here. If you stand here, you can feel all this heat blowing at you right here. So yeah, that's all needs to come out. And then we'll try cooling it down. All right, night number 2, we're running our experiments.
Good evening. It's almost midnight. We that spa was incredible. It's the nicest spa. I'm a kind of a spa guy, and I've been to many spas, and that's the nicest spa. It's not probably, that's the nicest spa that I've ever been to. Sehe, SEC-HE. If you get a chance, here's something high pitched. Yeah, the spa. If you get a chance, visit it. Here, I think it's in Palm Springs. It's really incredible. All right, tonight, I aired out the van for a couple hours and got a lot of the excess heat up. Brought the temperature down to 85, 84, and then shut everything down, shut all the windows, and started the air conditioner, both air conditioners, the cab and the coach. And now I'm just trying to cool it way down. The ambient temperature outside is probably around 80 degrees or something like that. Oops. Something happened. Hold on. So we're getting a really high-pitched beep, solid, almost like an alarm from the inverter. There's none of the LEDs that say overload or overheat are on. So I don't know what this problem is. Okay, some other challenge now. I don't know what that I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know what that high-pitched sound is, the tone coming from the inverter. If I shut the inverter off, let's see, I'm looking here, nothing's coming through it. It looks like it's all operating correctly. I'm cycling through. If I shut the inverter off, it goes away. Of course, the problem is if I don't have the inverter, I can't run the air conditioner. And if I can't run the air conditioner, we're in trouble. So I'm just going to wait a little bit and see if maybe it's because it was really hot today. And I'm just wondering, but it's cooled off tonight compared to what it was. So I'm just wondering, maybe it overheated, or I'm not sure. I'll also go look in the manual. In any case, I'm going to go to bed. And so even if I have to just open all the windows and drop the screens, I'm going to bed. And I'll check in with you tomorrow. Okay? And I'll let you know what's going on. Bye. In any case, the battery was depleted, and so I didn't have any power to run the air conditioner. Why was the battery depleted? Because yesterday I ran the air conditioner off the battery for probably 4 hours total. And then I did start the engine, but most of that time it was while the air conditioner was running. And what I learned was that the amount of power that the engine provides, which is a lot, is directly used by the air conditioner. So it's never putting any extra charge back into the battery. So effectively yesterday, I just drained the battery down to 0. And then when I got back here last night, it had very little power. And so when I was trying to run it, even while the engine was on, it was saying you have no battery left. And so that's a valuable lesson there. I'll summarize my thoughts, but I'm not convinced that just 400 amp hours is enough to even really get you through the night, unless you're going to do some serious driving. And in order to do that, they need to make sure their battery monitors are fully working and accurate, because it's hard to tell. Mine bumped up to 100% and said the battery was full, and that was clearly wrong. Anyway, we're going to drive around today and get the batteries back up to normal power. Okay, let's hit the road, head back home, and then I'll give you a briefing on everything I learned about using the Panoramic in the hot desert. It's extremely windy, and I've had the crosswind assist kick on a couple times now, which is unusual for this van, but it has kept me straight in the lane. But the cruise control also immediately cancels as soon as which makes sense, but as soon as the crosswind assist activates, and it activates the anti-lock brakes, so the cruise control cancels. But it did keep me straight in the lane. We just had to do a quick kind of emergency pullover. There was a large item we ran over just a few miles back, aluminum something in the freeway, spanned the whole lane. So we went over it at highway speeds, and I need to check the RV and see if there is any damage. So let's go see. We're going to check the propane tank as well, because it went the full length of the van. Black tank. I don't see any drips. Gray tank, we'll check that. I don't see any drips. Hard to tell. There's a lot of components underneath the van. It's extremely windy here. And I'm sure what happened is it blew off of some vehicle. Okay, well, we look okay. Just a quick survey. We look okay, but who knows? We'll keep an eye out. Make sure all the systems, dumping, plumbing, electrical, like nothing got severed. Okay, well, I mean, it looks okay. It's hard to tell. I'll check the tank levels and everything, just make sure, and then we'll hit the road again. Well, hello. We've been driving for something like almost 4 hours. We're at the Grapevine. We're just getting ready to go back over the Grapevine, back down the other side out of LA. And I just decided it's time to break fast. It's afternoon. So I thought we would stop. I'm just making a salad. I'm going to do a salmon salad today. Yeah, it took all that time to recharge the batteries. So they finally, just as I was pulling in here to the rest stop, they finally looked like the amp hours going in dropped off to almost zero. So it looks like they were really depleted. And I calculated, and that's about right, because we were doing on average about 70 to 80 amps per hour. And so we went about 4 hours, that'd be 320. Plus I had run the engine that night around an hour. That's 80. So total that would have been 400 amp hours. So we were really depleted. That explains why that alarm was going off and stuff. So I had a great time in Palm Springs. It was great to test out this van in hot weather. It's insulated very well. You know, nothing happened inside the van, the coach itself, with regards to the hot weather. But I will say that for me, if I lived in a hot climate, I'm just being honest with you, the 400 amp hours is not enough. I don't even know if 600 amp hours would really do it for me. And also, frankly, I don't know if I would pay all the premium to get, you know, lots and lots of amp hours. I don't know. I don't know if it's better just to get a generator at that point, run the generator or something like that, because it's getting so expensive to pay for all that lithium. I guess if you have the money, then who cares, and it's worth it. But yeah, that's my feeling about it. So I had a little problem with the, I didn't know all the alarms, you know, so the inverter had an alarm go off when the battery got down to basically empty. And so just be aware of that if that happens, you'll hear it coming from where the inverter is underneath the bed on the driver's side. And that's just what that means. It's nothing too terrible to be concerned about. Yeah, so love that spa. Oh, that spa was just incredible. That was a wonderful, wonderful place to go, and I'm glad that I went there with my friend Paul. And we're going to come down again. We're going to bring down the Panoramic again down here and test it out. Now, keep in mind, this is springtime down in Palm Springs, so it's not even as hot as the summertime. So, God, that's springtime. I don't know. I don't know how I'd survive summer. All right. Well, I'm going to get this lunch going, and then I'm going to hit the road. But these are supposed to be lettuce cups, but instead I'm just going to do a salmon salad. So it says to mix the tomatoes, the feta cheese, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper together. So this is going to be just part of the salad here. Looks good. Okay, that's good enough. Now I'm just going to make the dressing in another bowl. So I need to do the tzatziki sauce, which they give you pre-made here. Ooh, popped all over the place. Sorry, I'm just using one utensil. I don't want to dirty a bunch up at this rest stop that I have to clean up later. I think the tzatziki sauce is what's going to make it. So I need to put the tzatziki sauce in, sour cream. They want me to grate the, that's another, I'm not going to grate the cucumbers. It's just, I'm modifying this recipe. I'm hungry and we're at a rest stop, so this is fairly fancy for a rest stop. So sour cream, tzatziki sauce. I've got a little bit of extra chimichurri. I wonder if I should put that in there or just sprinkle it. I think I'm going to put it in there, maybe. Let's see. And it wants me to put some grated cucumbers, but you know what? Instead, I'm just going to chop these up into bite-sized pieces and dump those in there for a little bit of crunch. The rest of them I'll just use as is. I think that's fine. Okay, and stir to combine. So we're just gonna I'm gonna use these as dressing on top of the salad, these two bowls here. And then we have this is our salmon, which I put a little chimichurri onto it, and now I think we're ready. So I'm just gonna assemble the salad, just put some of our romaine in here, some of the romaine there, and some of the cucumbers for crunch. Now I do think perhaps I do need a serving spoon, so I will pull. Now I put the little Velcro things around. They don't rattle anymore inside the drawers we're going down the road. It does make it a little more cumbersome to get stuff, but I'm willing to deal with that. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of our salmon on here. That's good. And then a little bit of our topping. Feta cheese and tomato topping. And then this is our tzatziki sauce just on the top. I think that's going to be fine for dressing between the tomatoes and that. And then I'm just going to garnish it with a little bit of chimichurri flavoring. And voila, I think we're good. And voila, that's just going to be, we're going to break fast with that salad. This was a wonderful trip, and it's been wonderful having you along with me. Thank you so much. Hey, if you haven't got a chance, please consider joining my community at ultramobility.co. I live blog there all the time, so you get the right up to the minute exactly where I'm at, exactly what's happening. Lots of good stuff happening there, people sharing solutions, sharing ideas, and it's all free. Just head on over to ultramobility.co and join. You get access to my videos early, question and answer forum there, you name it. So hope to see you there. Okay, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.